Hello, everyone, and
Hello.
welcome to episode 168 of MMT Millennial Movie Talk. It's a movie news and reviews and just general chit chat show. I am one of your hosts, Brayden, they, them, joined as always by my wonderful co host, co owner, co conspirator, collaborator, co Clowaker. It's Alex, him.
Hello. I am
How you doing?
codependent as well.
Completely codependent. Uh, oh, man.
Actually, I don't feel like
Conspiracy theorist.
I am codependent. I don't I
No,
go
you're not. You're actually very independent.
I'm
I will
very
give you that.
I'm independent. I'm independent, guys.
You're an independent woman who don't need no man. And
Brayden, how often does my microphone peak when you're listening to the broadcast?
um, I would
Feel
say
like it peaks a lot.
only when you really give it some gusto. But that's not too often.
Oh,
It's pretty good.
then obviously I'm not doing a good job if I'm not giving a gusto.
No, it means you're actually balanced. I'm not balanced at all. The second we
Ah,
get hyped up and chatting about really dumb comic book movie shit, that's where I lose it. But
dumb comic book shit is why we're here, though.
that is mostly why we're here
Why we're
nowadays.
here.
But surprisingly, there's nothing on the Marvel front at the moment. She-Hulk's around the corner, so you can look
Ooh,
forward to me yabbering
calm
on about
before
that
the
a heck of a
storm.
bunch. But
But
Alex, you watched the end
oh
of
my
an
god,
epic.
I did. It ended, guys. I finally watched Despicable Me 3, and I'm kidding. I didn't. I haven't. I didn't. Don't worry. It's okay. That's what we call comedy in the podcast game. I watched the series finale, which sounds super weird to say. Of Better Call Saul ended earlier tonight. It aired. It came out. That's it. There's no more. That is the last. As of recording this and everything we know at the moment, that is the last piece of content we will get in the Breaking Bad universe.
Yeah, they came out this week, wasn't it? And said that.
He said nothing's planned. He's open to it, but he doesn't have any plans or desires to go back to it.
That's very fair.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've spent what, a decade or so with them.
Yep. Wow. Obviously, we can't go into spoilers because it only just came out. Brayden's yet to watch.
Yeah, I'm yet to watch any of Better Call Saul,
so
I will get there.
It will get there.
We'll get there.
This was the finale of Better Call Saul, but also the finale to Breaking Bad as well.
So a lot of pressure.
Because the finale is set entirely post Breaking Bad, with some flashbacks to events during Better Call Saul and during Breaking Bad. We get some flashbacks, but majority of the show is in the Better Call Saul timeline. No, in the post Breaking Bad timeline, black and white.
Yeah.
So,
which is a really fun choice that they did there to have it be black and white.
Mm-hmm. It astounds me of like this, and this isn't like someone described it today where Breaking Bad had action sequences, but Better Call Saul had courtroom sequences that were its action sequences.
That's cool. I like that.
So the series finale wasn't action packed. It was more low key. It was just kind of like Breaking Bad was just like, this is it. We have some big thing to do. Action, let's do this. Better Call Saul, when we're cruising through here. Like, we're going to take it slow and we're just going to come to the end. Like, a gradual stop.
I appreciate that. It didn't have to end on like the biggest bombs dropping and like crazy twist reveals or anything.
A lot of fun appearances from other characters in the Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad roster. So
nice.
Some really
the BBBCS, the BBBCS. You
what? I think we'll just call it BBC
Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul
universe. I think we'll just call it the BBU, the Breaking Bad universe.
The BBU.
The BBU. So obviously, it's really hard to get into it, but standouts of the show will always be Bob Odenkirk. You know, no one thought that Better Call Saul would work as a spin-off.
As its own show.
Mm-hmm. Everyone was skeptical of it, and
Mm.
everyone ate shit.
They're all proved wrong.
Yeah, he is incredible as Jimmy McGill and Saul Goodwin, and also Gene. All three
Mm,
iterations of this character, he knocks every single one of them out of the park.
that's
You
so
really
fun.
see his range as an actor throughout the series, and including this final episode. Big
Cool.
shout out to the actress that plays Kim. She has been consistently the best character throughout the show.
Ooh.
Kim may be one of the best characters in the Breaking Bad universe. Period. What she goes through, just her arcs and her decisions she makes are all incredible and top notch writing.
Played by Rhea Seehorn.
Yeah, I think I didn't want to butcher her name because I think it's just pronounced Ray.
Yeah, Ray Seehorn.
Mm.
Yeah, that seems right.
So she's
Good for her.
incredible. Jonathan Banks as Mike Ehrmantraut throughout Better Call Saul, incredible. Proven
Yeah.
that he has a scene. Like, I'm just talking about the whole show at this point.
Yeah.
He has a
Well, I
scene.
mean, it's the end. You got to reflect on the whole thing.
He has a scene earlier in the series, like maybe season 3 or 4, where he kind of reflects on how he let his son down, and something he did that you know, he brought his son into a situation where he really let his son down, and something happened to his son, and he gives this amazing performance when he's talking about it. He talks about how he broke his boy and he let his son down, and like, it's incredible. And it's like, he's one of the best actors in the show. Everyone in this show is one of the best actors. Like,
they really they nailed casting. They found these incredible actors who can just deliver any performance given to them.
And the direction of the actors is incredible too. Michael Mando as Nacho. Also,
I have no idea who that is, but that sounds great.
He was that Michael Mando played Scorpion in Homecoming.
Oh yeah.
So
someone who I will be surprised if they ever appear in the MCU ever again.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
He's hanging out in prison with Michael Keaton at the moment.
Well, not anymore.
No, not anymore. Morbius.
Thanks, Morbius.
Anyway, so like, he's top notch. Everyone's top notch. The guy that plays Howard Hamlin is top notch as well.
Howard Hamlin.
And then you've got the guy that plays Chuck McGill, Jimmy's older brother, or Saul's older brother. Incredible as well. I just a shout out to the every team that worked on the show. Every aspect of it's top notch. It's really TV at its best. It's like we said, it's not better than Breaking Bad. It's more Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Shout out to Earthling Brenton, who just dropped a hello in the chat. How you doing, my dude?
Hey, hello.
Michael.
Oh my god. People don't normally
I know, Brenton, Earthling Brenton. Thank you for reminding us of the name Michael McKeon. Is that Chuck? I hope if it's Chuck. Go. Incredible. It's really one of the best shows we received ever. It's like,
do you think it's like, because Breaking Bad was like the thing of the TV moment at the time, and like, we've really, this past decade, we've really been seeing that evolution from traditional TV to more streaming.
Well, Breaking Bad, and I'd say Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones really elevate, just show that TV can be as good as movies. Because there was a stigma for the longest time where it was TV's not as good as movies. Shout out Earthling Brennan just watched the finale as well. No spoilers, perfect. No spoilers in the chat, but what did you think of it? Let us know.
Yeah, definitely let us know your thoughts, because we don't really want to spoil it for everyone, but
but
okay.
You know, Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad really proved that TV can just be as good as the movies. And
have you heard anything coming out of the preview premiere of the bloody Dragon show?
No, but that, and I keep forgetting which one's coming out closer. Is it that or the Game of Thrones show? No, Game of Thrones, the other one, Lord of the Rings show. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't care about either one.
I don't give a flying fuck about either of them.
Yeah.
But I've heard that the Dragon Show is apparently it's people are liking it. But again, these are people like the only person who I've seen respond to it at all is someone who's like a massive Game of Thrones Harry Potter person. So like I'm not particularly in full belief of that person's opinion, but I'm interested to see what the general audience thinks of it.
Yeah,
because like we're in this bubble where like we've seen a lot of the like hate that the end of Game of Thrones got,
of course.
but like general audience, like just general people out on the street, I don't think they're in the same boat. So I assume they'd see, oh, new Game of Thrones show, sweet, and they'll just jump on board. Like my pa, he will just see that and be like, yeah, I'll jump on that, and he'll probably love it.
Yeah, Game of Thrones finale really did a number on most people. But yeah, no, I thought in terms of wrapping up the Breaking Bad universe, incredible, great series finale. You know, Better Call Saul, it's just more Breaking Bad. Neither one is better.
That should be the tagline that it says on the box now. Just Better Call Saul, it's just more Breaking Bad.
I can't wait to watch all of it in like a big hit when you go from, because I really think that you will have to watch Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, then El Camino.
Yeah.
Or even Breaking Bad, El Camino, then Better Call Saul.
Yeah, watching it in the order it came out.
Just because Saul looks like everything, especially the finale, really looks like that it, you know, you can't do Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, El Camino unless someone heavily edits all the future parts of Better Call Saul out and makes it.
Would you watch an edited version where it is everything in chronological order? So it is everything like it randomly at times it just cuts straight back into Better Call Saul.
Could you imagine
and then it cuts back to Breaking Bad?
Could you imagine that video file?
Oh my god, it would be horrendous.
Yeah. So yeah,
that'd be very funny though. I respect the people who make those types of lists, like the people who went through and like, here's the correct order of Clone Wars to watch it because it's fucked.
Because no one wants to watch all the Clone Wars like
no
on Disney Plus the way they've got
it just
set up.
Because it's a mess. It's a complete mess. I commend the people who go through and make those lists. The people who are like, here's where it fits in the timeline, especially with like the Star Wars books as well and the comics. Like finding where they fit in the timeline is a tough job, and people go out there and they do it.
See,
I could never do
in
it.
the chat, Earthling Brenton just dropped Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul season 1 to 4, El Camino, Better Call Saul season 5 to 6.
Ooh,
interesting. It needs to be heavily edited still, in my opinion, because it's only really the last 3 or 4 episodes of Better Call Saul that completely are separate, either during Breaking Bad or after. Yeah. Yeah.
That kind of gives me the vibes of like suggesting people watch Star Wars, A New Hope, Empire, and then watching the prequels and then Return of the Jedi.
Well,
it's kind of what that feels like.
It's funny you say that because Earthling Brenton, I'm just going to go Brenton. Brenton just dropped in the chat. I'm currently watching Star Wars in release order at the moment, live action only.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very nice.
So very much what you're saying. He's doing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, doing it with that way where you shove the prequels between Empire and Return, that's a very strange way to watch it because you get
Darth Vader's origin.
Get the review and then you get all of the backstory that gets shoved out 20 years later. Love it. It's great. Apparently the ILM documentary series on Disney Plus is very good.
Okay.
But the one complaint I have heard about it is from a very avid pop culture person in Adelaide, Sean Fuster. He said he was watching it and he was really enjoying it, except for the fact that it kind of comes across as Disney being like, hey, we have the original edits, the original versions of Star Wars before they added all the CG crap. Well, we have them and we're teasing you with them in this documentary, but we're not going to release them.
That's what annoys me. I really thought for a second there when Disney bought Fox, that they would release the Star Wars original unaltered editions.
Easy.
The despecialized editions, as they're called.
You just
that's a lot of money sitting there.
Oh my god!
Put on Disney Plus, sell them as 4K.
The amount of people. Oh.
You know, you get idiots like me buying them. Yeah, so
Oh, they would make a fuckload.
they would make a lot of
if
money
they
from
just
them.
Actually,
Hey,
if they
Disney, hit
like,
us up. We'll make you money.
I mean, it's the same argument that I've made a lot of the time with Nintendo. Like Nintendo Switch is perfect. It's great. It's fantastic.
It's
I want a
untouchable.
Stream Deck so bad because it's like a Switch but better. Um, but the thing is, I want to give Nintendo my money. I want to play the old Pokemon games on my Switch.
Yeah.
And I physically can't do that. There is no physical way for me to
So we
give
get the
Nintendo my
emulators.
money. Exactly. At that point, that's considered pirating.
Ah.
Or I can buy the original Game Boy version for like $300, and then I can technically emulate it depending on what country I'm in. Laws are like, I just want to give Nintendo $90 and I get Pokemon legally, and I can play it on my Switch. But again, it's the same thing with Disney, with Star Wars. Nah.
We got to do the illegal avenue. We got to keep going down there.
We got to do it illegally.
Brenton wants to know if we're Australian too, Brayden.
You bet we are.
Hello.
If our horrendous accents couldn't give it away.
Yeah.
We are very much we are South Australian based.
We
Adelaide born and bred.
It's funny listening to Australians in American situations where like you're like WWE. Let's talk about this. They have a
Off on another WWE tangent.
There's a wrestler in WWE. She's from Adelaide. Her name's Rhea Ripley.
Yes.
And you don't give her a mic because she has got the she's got like that. Hello, I'm Rhea Ripley.
Hello. G'day, how you going? Yeah,
just like that. It is appalling to listen to, and no Australian should ever speak. It's really one of the worst accents there is.
Yeah, it's quite like you get so many variations on the accent as well. Like
we got the posh version. I guess we're toned down. Adelaide's considered
South Australia, like Adelaide. You get the slightly posh version.
Yeah, we're hoity-toity.
But like anytime you hear someone and it's like, oh, they've got that real
head down to
accent,
Dubbo, and then you know
down to Dubbo, mate. Mate,
you go rural.
Well, that's the thing. If you get a couple drinks into us, we'll start talking like that too. So
easy to get in taxis too.
True.
Anyway, Better Call Saul. It's
Better Call Saul. Good. Everyone should watch it.
Everyone go watch that. ASAP.
Now I've just started watching a show.
No,
apparently, so I know, right? Watching something.
Brayden doesn't watch anything, guys.
On a movie and TV show podcast.
How dare you?
Straight up, I have watched the first 4 of the 10 episodes of Sandman on Netflix.
He's the Sandman.
It being the adaptation of the Neil Gaiman comic book series.
He's got it at the ready. He's got it in the holster, doesn't he?
No, I don't.
I thought you were putting your hand down, just like,
oh man, that would have been great though, wouldn't it? Just bam, all 4 books.
Bam, thank you, man.
It is available at greenlightcomics.com.
You telling me you've got all that shit behind you there, and you don't have?
I don't have Sandman yet.
No.
I've got Marvel and DC down there. I do actually have quite a lot of other stuff, but you can't see it. I've got one new one recently. It's a like choose your own adventure. It's wild. It's weird as hell. Anyway, that's a big tangent. I've watched the first 4 episodes of Sandman.
Tell us about the Sandman.
If like myself,
with not Matt Smith,
with not Matt Smith, I can't remember the guy's name, but his voice is way deeper than you expect. He's a very skinny, scrawny little man. And he's like, apparently on set, they had to tell him to stop doing the Batman voice because he was going too deep and too gravelly.
Going too Batman.
But like, he's a scary sounding dude. This show, if you know nothing about the comic going in and you're just like, I'm just going to give this a go. You're going to watch this first episode and be like, what the fuck is this show? Because it's so weird. And the first episode it gives you just enough, but it's also so self-contained in the events that happen in that first episode that like it feels like nothing's happened, but everything's happened.
Yeah.
And you're only just on the cusp of finding out what this world is like. It is bonkers. Neil Gaiman, I want whatever you were having in the 80s and 90s because goddamn, you like, the concepts and ideas in this story. I had a flick through the comic today at work now that I've watched the start of the series, and they've made some significant changes from the book, which I actually highly appreciate because just from flicking through the book, comparing it to what I just watched, having this completely modernized, really refined version of it, I found the same thing with Invincible, where Invincible had a decade to think about how it wanted to tell its story in a refined way for a TV medium.
Yeah, Robert Kirkman even admitted that the Invincible that's coming out now, he's a better writer. So he's fixing everything up.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a decade of writing to improve.
Mm-hmm.
And you think about your stories from the past and you're like, oh man, I could really edit that. If I put that there, that'll be so much better. And if we cut out this little bit and instead replace it with this, it'll be a lot better. And you're seeing that in Sandman as well, because they've made changes not only to modernize it, so not just every character is a white man, but just in the sense of like the twists on everything are so fun, and like visually you're able to achieve a lot in a fantasy comic book, but with the cinematography being as weird as it is at times in this show, and the visual effects that you're able to do to really give those bonkers abstract thoughts some crazy visualization, which a lot of it they get ideas from the comic, but they just bring it to a whole nother level in the show so far.
Yeah.
It is a delight, and it's weird. Like, this show is not for everyone. This show is not for I don't think it's for a general audience at all.
Could you, like, what is it most like? Like, if you had to relate it to something, what would you say, like, just so I can get, like, a ballpark, like a little thing on my meter if I go, well, that looks like this.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of a comparison for something that, because basically
not like Watchmen? The Watchmen show?
No.
Nah.
So basically you're thinking of this bonkers fantasy world where, like, I don't even know how to describe it, honestly. I've watched 4 episodes of the damn thing, and I still, like, I can tell you the premise and the plot, but comparing it to stuff is weird because, like, you start off and it's set, you follow the events of what happens to Dream, who is one of the Immortals. And I've only been introduced to one of them so far, but the Immortals are people who interact with the gods and other worldly presences and other worldly beings and parts of creation and stuff. So not only do you have Dream, who's in charge of everyone's dreams and everyone's nightmares,
the Sandman,
but then he is the Sandman. You also then get Lucifer Morningstar and Hell. You get Cain and Abel.
Is it like Preacher?
Yes. Actually, yes. It's like Preacher.
Because we know I like Preacher.
Yes, you did like Preacher,
but less like comedy, I guess.
Yeah, less comedy.
If we took
and
Preacher
less
seriously,
grotesque. Yeah, if you gave Preacher to if Garth Ennis wrote Preacher and then they did Preacher, and then you gave Preacher to Neil Gaiman, and Neil Gaiman was like, "Oh, this is a little bit crass. Let me mature this up a bit."
We got Sandman.
Yeah. Actually, I think you've nailed it because I haven't watched Preacher and I haven't read Preacher.
You should.
I should.
Sad that no one watched the show and they had to wrap it up quickly.
Yeah, it wasn't really as widely received. But I think that's going to be the same with Sandman. I do not think this has a general audience behind it at all. Because any general audience who's like, oh yeah, I'll give this thing a go, I feel like they're going to watch that first episode and they're going to be like, nah, that was fucking nothing. Like, the only reason I really continued watching it is because I knew the pedigree that came behind it, with it being Neil Gaiman's Sandman, the world-renowned comic. Yeah. And it's known for its completely bonkers characters and its bonkers ideas and how it plays with these concepts.
So people who don't know that, they're like...
People who don't know that going in, unless they're watching a trailer beforehand and they're like, oh, there's all this cool stuff that's coming. but you just don't get much of it in that first episode.
Yeah.
In the first episode, you don't get Patton Oswalt as a Raven. You don't get the gender bent John Constantine of Joanna Constantine, played by the person who was one of the companions on Doctor Who, which is great. You don't get the really tall blonde woman from Star Wars and Game of Thrones, Gwendolyn Christie. You don't get Gwendolyn Christie as Lucifer Morningstar, the Queen of Hell, which is a great scene, and it's bonkers, and it's so crazy, but you don't get that in the first episode.
It's so crazy, it might just work.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. The second I was through into the second episode and we're getting more crazy stuff going on, I was on board. Like, I want to know what's happening. I want to see the next crazy thing that they bring up. It's got the guy who played Remus Lupin.
Hey, David Thewlis.
Yes. He, like, I don't want to get into spoilers, but he shows up and the plot is going in a really interesting direction with his character. And I'm very excited to see what happens with him. But yeah, it's a very interesting show. I did read a headline before I watched it that said it's basically the best advertisement for the comic ever. Because it's like, hey, if you enjoy this, you would really love everything the comic does.
Please watch the comic or buy the comic.
Yeah, it kind of feels a little bit like that. It is...
It's got a good rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it is edited and filmed in a really weird way, but I think it's done in that style to be strange and off-putting and put you off balance, because it's all about the dream and the nightmares and reality not quite being what it seems, and there being more to it.
Did they film it all at once? Did they drop it all at once?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So all 10 episodes are out there. You can binge it to your heart's content. I binge watched 4 episodes and I wanted to watch more, but I do need sleep as a human being.
We all need it.
Also there is a bad guy. Oh, he's kind of a bad guy.
Naughty boy.
Bad guy in this show who you're going to love.
Me?
Yeah. He is so preacher. It's not funny.
Is he? Okay.
He's called the Corinthian.
The Corinthian.
Yep. And I want you right now to Google the Corinthian. Google Sandman, the Corinthian.
Oh, well, I love Boyd Holbrook, who plays him, so...
Yep.
All right,
so I just want you to... Yep.
Sandman.
I want you to look at his visual design as a character, because I think you're really going to enjoy it.
Boyd Holbrook better be a cowboy of some sort.
He's got a great accent. Yep. He brings in that southern accent. It's great. I'm very excited for you to see what the Corinthian looks like.
Okay. Oh, he's got the glasses and the hair.
He's got the glasses and the hair. Have you seen what's under the glasses?
No, I'm trying to... White eyes? Is it just white eyes?
They are mouths for
eyes. Oh, they are
eyes.
Mouths for eyes. Oh my god. So there's not a lot of photos of him without his glasses.
Good. You don't really want to spoil it for too many people, but like I feel like it's a good draw in, so I want people to know about it.
Yeah. Wow, those are mouths for eyes.
Yep. It's quite scary and quite off-putting.
That is terrifying. Those are mouths for eyes, people.
But he's dressed so well, and he looks fantastic. Other than his absolutely terrifying eyes. Bless.
I'm just trying to get like a decent photo.
Yeah.
Up here.
There is a recent there's a recent comic miniseries all about the Corinthian at the moment. And the covers for it are just disgusting. There's one that has him sitting at a table eating a steak, and it's a very bloody steak, and he's eating it, but he's eating it with his eye. It's horrible.
That's weird.
It's so gross.
That's scary.
Yep. But I do highly recommend it. If you're willing to stick with it through that first episode, you will get to some bonkers shit.
Bonkers shit. And we love bonkers shit.
Yeah. It's good fun. I'm very interested to see what the hell they're going to do with these next 6 episodes. Because like you get to the end of episode 4 and you're like, okay, now we've got a plot brewing.
Now we got something happening.
I'm here for it.
Well, I've been down other rabbit holes this week.
Oh, rabbits.
If you follow me,
Holes.
if you follow me to my rabbit hole,
I bring us into your rabbit hole.
I have been continuing the binge of The Sopranos.
Hey,
I had to put Malcolm on the back burner. Malcolm,
oh no!
I come in for Malcolm for like a palate cleanser. Like,
Yeah. Oh.
if something really rough just happens in The Sopranos, Malcolm comes in and Bryan Cranston grabs me and he gives me the giggles.
Holds you tight.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm on the back burner.
Malcolm on the back burner, but Sopranos forefront and making me look silly for not watching it before.
Oh no!
Oh, is this a great show?
Yeah,
really good show.
It like it's the Breaking Bad of television. Like
it's Breaking Bad of mobs.
It was Breaking Bad before we got Breaking Bad.
It was really like that. The Wire and
Like, would we have got Breaking Bad without The Sopranos? Do you reckon?
I can't,
because I feel like The Wire holds it up a lot as well.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone talks about The Wire.
The Sopranos, man, James Gandolfini, R.I.P. He is incredible in this show as Tony Soprano. Everyone's great in the show. And the show's just getting better and better. It's getting more intense. You like the characters.
Where are you at
more.
it now?
Season 4.
Okay. How many seasons were there?
6.
Oh, okay. So you're actually you're in like you're in The Empire Strikes Back.
We're here. Yeah, man. Look, I love Tony Soprano so much. Like, he is one of the best anti-heroes. But like, you shouldn't be rooting for the guy. But like, it's so funny when he wakes up at 12 o'clock every day in his robe. He comes downstairs and eats a cereal and like.
Oh my god.
It's just like there's so many like these are gangsters, but then we spend so much time with them doing normal mundane things.
Yep.
And like
it humanizes them.
Mm-hmm. It's like it's incredibly like the contrast between like watching something like The Godfather to watching this, where you see like this is what like television depicted them they used to be. And now this, I don't want to say that's how they work, because I'm not going. The Godfather nailed gangsters.
Yep. Totally. In your professional opinion, they got the mafia down pat.
No, but like when you watch something like The Godfather compared to how they act in The Sopranos, just like the contrast of everything is so incredible. You obviously spend a lot more time with the characters in The Sopranos, and like everyone's great in it. I love being in this universe. I care about the characters now. There's scenes, there's a character and something awful happens to them, and like you're begging for them to tell Tony Soprano what happened to them, because he would just like he'd sort it like that, but she knows what
fix it in an instant.
She knows what he would do. And she's too good to get someone else killed.
Yep.
Even though what they did was awful to her.
And you get so much tension just from that, like as a drama.
Because they're sitting in the office and you're just screaming at the TV for her to tell him, but she's too good of a person.
Yep. We love a good moral quandary.
We do. I like the show's great. Like, and I love him so much, but like he's a piece of shit. Like he cheats on his wife. He has affairs. Like there's a situation where like she knows, but like you still love him, I guess.
Yeah,
as wrong as
it's really tough in that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he's great. I'm really into the show at the moment. I can't wait to see how it ends and then watch the movie.
Yeah.
Watch the film.
A nice little treat at the end.
A nice little treat. Other than that, like, Malcolm in the Middle's great. I also How I Met Your Mother's a palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you got 2 different sitcoms on as palate cleansers.
Well, like I try to avoid falling asleep to Malcolm in the Middle because I'm trying to watch it. So like,
if you're actually trying to actively watch it.
If I know I'm gonna fall asleep to something, then How I Met Your Mother comes on.
Yeah.
And funny enough, the episode I watched last night was the Bryan Cranston episode of How I Met Your Mother. So
you ended up watching it anyway.
Yeah, he's great in that as well. He really has no limit to his acting capability.
Yeah. I remember wanting to see that film that he did, Trumbo.
I heard it was boring.
That. Yeah, I just heard it was very dull.
Yeah. Trumbo, not for everyone, no.
Maybe when I'm old.
Maybe when you're old and you're senile and,
Yeah, and you're like, oh, I want to see what the old Hollywood was like.
Your grandkids just need to keep you on the couch. And
the grandkids are like, wow, remember that old actor?
Yeah.
Wow.
Grandpa, we just want you to sit here and shut up for a while. So here's one of your old pictures.
Yeah, here's one of your old pictures.
We're gonna go living up. We're gonna go live in the virtual world.
Like, fuck. Oh yeah, they'll be all over the metaverse.
Yeah, they're like, we live the movies, Grandpa. They put
movies.
VR on us and we go and we experience it.
Yeah, we'll be like, you guys should watch this old sci-fi movie, Ready Player One.
And we'll be like, that gives us a headache.
Oh man, yeah. People went and saw Avatar and it was crazy. And they'll be like, but Grandpa, Avatar 3 comes out in cinemas next fall.
Yeah, it's 2020. It's 2180.
It's 2081.
It's 2081.
Avatar 3 is about to hit cinemas.
Oh god, bless.
We love you, James.
Avatar 2 comes out this year. Reminder, soon.
Insane.
Knives Out
I'll
2
be
also comes out soon.
That's a weird one because we haven't had a full trailer yet, have we?
We just had that one little spot.
Tease.
So that's exciting. Anyway,
what a tease.
I watched the film this week. We saw Nope, and then I've had one film in my mind for the rest of the week, and I mentioned it in our Nope review.
That is Yes Man.
Yes Man. Great nope unofficial.
Yes Man.
Great unofficial. You know, and then like Always Be My Maybe is kind of like.
Oh. Yeah, it's in between a little bit.
Yeah, it's a great unofficial trilogy. So.
Oh. They are such different movies. I love that.
Yeah. So, you know, you got all them in there. But anyway, so I watched Signs because I kept talking about Nope and how it gave me the feelings of Signs, especially like scenes where like Daniel Kaluuya is walking around in like the ranch and it's nighttime and like things are spooky. Straight from Signs. If you have not watched Signs,
yeah, Alex, hypothetically, if people haven't watched Signs,
do yourself a favor and go watch Signs.
All right,
I'll
go right now.
It is, yeah. Bye, Alex. You know, enjoy the rest of the show.
It's cool.
Have a good show. Oh my guys, it looks like I'm going to sit here and do so. It's an hour and 45 minutes.
We like that. That's a solid time for a movie.
It is M. Night Shyamalan.
Shamalama ding dong.
It is not a twisty one though.
Oh,
there's not many twists and turns in this one. People consider there being twists in it, but they're not twists.
Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix. My God,
great cast. Abigail,
I did not know they were
very young Abigail Breslin in her first ever role.
Abigail Breslin, yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan,
the Culkin brother.
Yep, the one from Scream 4. He's in it.
Yeah, wow.
M. Night Shyamalan has a part in the film. Like a proper
he's
part.
Actually in it.
He's in the movie. Ray Reddy, he plays.
Oh yeah, he has a character name, Ray Reddy.
He plays Ray Reddy. Man, this is like, in terms of writing for a movie, incredible. Like this is a movie where you watch once, and then you watch again, and there's like, just things you pick up on.
You get heaps more out of it.
There's a line so early on in the film that has so much like impact that you don't know unless you watch it a second time. Like it's just character, like it's not in your face. It's like setting up characters and like realistic circumstances where like we don't know the full information about what's happened to these characters in the past.
Yeah.
But knowing that and watching it again, we understand why maybe they don't want to take their dog to the vet and instead they go see the real doctor to take their dog to. Like
I love when a story is that well written and so comprehensively understood by the writer and the team, where they can have these moments where when you do go back and watch it, you have these moments where you're like, oh my God, there's so many little details in there that were setting it all up the entire time. After I binge watched Steven Universe and then forced Michaela to watch it, there's so much in those early episodes, which like a deep cut.
It's always
the stuff that happens later on.
It's always good when you go back and you watch that and you go, wow. You never really truly appreciate writing until the second watch.
Yeah.
Is what I like to think. Anyway, so terrifying film, but not jump scare terrifying.
Okay, good. I can do that.
Yep, like you know, we're following an alien invasion, and we're from the perspective of this family, just this family who discover a crop circle on their land. All the practical stuff they do, where they actually made the crop circle, like the crop circle isn't CGI. They really did that.
I respect that,
and it looks fantastic.
That'll take forever.
Yeah. You can people even go on Google Earth and they look at look at like through the time, you can see like the leftovers of the crop circle like growing
Oh
back.
my god. When they filmed it?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, incredible. And then
Oh my god. Is it the same one as the one on the poster? Because that's like detailed.
yeah,
That's impressive.
that is a crop circle and it looks great.
Wow.
But the aliens don't look great for most part of the film. They keep them in the dark and in the shadows because they knew.
Good call.
But like it's not what the film's about. The film's about Mel
Yeah.
Gibson, who plays a priest who's lost his faith. And it's all like
an interesting position for Mel Gibson.
and it's very much like you follow his character and like you follow the family and how they all interpret like coincidences and like signs. Like is it a miracle or is it a coincidence? Like,
yeah.
They explore that.
And is it related to what they're currently investigating, or is it just happenstance?
The only fault of the film is not the film's fault.
Oh.
The only fault of the film happens because of Scary Movie 3. Scary Movie 3 is the Signs is the major parody for that film.
Right. Which one was Scary Movie 3?
It's one of the aliens, right? And the ring. And
did I see this one?
And there's a joke in it that is a joke from a real serious part of this film. And every time in this movie, the serious part happens, I only think of the joke from Scary Movie 3.
Right.
So, I don't want to go into it too much because I actually want you to watch.
It's the one that. Oh yeah, yes, I have seen Scary Movie 3. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh my god, with the Eminem rap battle and stuff, and the aliens, don't they?
Yeah, they pee out their fingers.
Yeah.
Nice. Great.
Charlie Sheen,
always a bit of fun.
Wild. I just saw the poster for Scary Movie 3. That's so funny and so dumb as a parody of Signs. That's great.
Yeah, and I really want more people to watch Signs. It's slept on. It's one of the best movies no one talks about.
Yeah, I feel like even when people just talk about Shyamalan, like
they don't talk about Signs.
Hear people mention Signs.
It's incredible. I love
in
the
terms
movie.
Of Joaquin Phoenix. I don't hear people talk about Signs.
People don't even know he's in the film.
Yeah, exactly. I had no idea until
he's like a main character.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no. So there's one part in this film that is like it's so scary, like in terms of like not
tension.
It's like in terms of like we see something. Ooh. I don't know if I'm just gonna say it. Joaquin Phoenix is watching the news. Like it goes through a whole thing where like he puts the TV in the cupboard under the stairs and just sits there watching it. Like the news. He's watching the news for alien sightings and like key up there in the situation.
So he sounds like most of modern day America.
Yeah, and he's in the cupboard watching, like in the cupboard under the stairs watching the TV, and like we see him watching, and this lady in the news comes up and they go, "We have footage of one of the aliens. Brace yourselves, what you're seeing is going to be disturbing." And like it's just a shitty phone footage of a dad filming his daughter's birthday party, and they're all seeing something in the bushes, and you see an alien walk past. And it is horrifying.
God.
It's like it's up there as one of the
feels
scariest.
Super real.
It's up there as one of the scariest moments on like in film.
Yeah.
And but without being like boo.
Yeah, without just being like an out of nowhere jump scare.
Exactly. I want more people to watch Signs. I personally give it a 5 out of 5. It's in my top 10 of all time. Probably my favorite Shyamalan film. I love
Beats out Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Of course. Well, just. But like, really? Come on, like, what was this shit? When, like, M. Night made a masterpiece and then they do this.
Yeah, M. Night made the movie and then they thought,
they made a cartoon.
What
the fuck?
Can you imagine that people are out there thinking that?
People, like, think I'm serious here. That was like, this fucking Australian.
Oh, my God, yeah, that too as well.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, it's because the discs arrive upside down, so we get them in the wrong order.
Exactly. That's how it happens. Everything's upside down. It's annoying.
Yeah. Bless.
Anyway.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know you held Signs in such a high regard.
I only saw it like 4 years ago. My friend went, "We should watch Signs," and I went, well, "Okay, we'll watch Signs."
Well, that's even better because it means you're not nostalgic for
No,
it.
I'm not. I just love a good movie.
Oh,
Probably
nice.
Mel Gibson's best film. I'd really love to watch it as a group, so I can sit there
Yeah.
and explain why it's incredible.
You just sort of explain it to people.
Yeah, I just want to.
Yeah.
I just
fair
want to
enough.
explain, like, something happens in the movie and, like, a radio turns on, and I want to be like,
Yeah.
this is why the radio turned on.
This is because this is happening.
This is because this is happening. The movie doesn't explain it, but if you look at it, you know it.
If you read the tie-in comic book that was a prequel beforehand, you'll understand it better.
But yeah, not a twisty boy, just a good boy.
We love a good boy.
Love a good boy.
My
voice hurts.
I think we're off. Yeah, no, we've definitely done a podcast.
We did it. You and me, baby.
I think we're off to see a good boy on the Warner Brothers DC Studios.
Oh, you coming to that?
Yeah, when is it?
It's on like a Saturday.
I need to look at that. Yeah, I need to look at that. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to pay to see it, so I'll happily go see it.
I want to see. I just assumed no one wanted to go, and I was just like, am I gonna have to try and find someone to go? And then if not, I won't go.
No, I'll come with.
Oh, shit, we're gonna go see DC Super Pets then, even though it's already been out in America.
League of Super Pets. You could probably already watch it on HBO Max.
Probably.
Unless it gets
Sunday, the
pulled from HBO
28th of August.
Okay. Don't say where it is because otherwise we are completely doxing the preview event.
In Glenelg.
In Glenelg. Wow, what a weird spot for it. Yep. Bless.
Get excited for our review for that on Sunday the 28th of August.
Incredibly late review of that, but hey, our Nope review was late and that still did all right.
Hey, we did all right. Nope.
Nope's a big yes from us.
We're still talking about it a week later. That's how much you could watch Nope and then love Nope and then go watch Signs and then love Signs. Don't watch Signs before Nope though.
Because it'll ruin Signs.
No, because I have a feeling that you go watch Signs and then Nope's disappointing.
Wow. Ooh. Hot takes.
I love Nope. I love Signs, but I love Signs.
And I think with that is an episode of MMT Millennial Movie Talk.
We did a show.
Yeah, it was just us, and we did it.
Not a dull moment. I'd say we boot the other two off.
Oh.
Vote down below if you want to get rid of the other two. Let us know. And, if you want to get rid of us, we won't count those votes, but obviously we'll read them.
Yeah, because this is a completely balanced democratic system in which your vote matters. If it's correct.
If your vote matters, unless it doesn't follow our path of the show.
Yeah, totally not in line with any of the current Western political powers. You can follow us on your podcast service of choice, most likely Spotify. You can find us over there, or you can find us on anchor.fm/Millennial Movie Talk.
If you can leave a review on anything, leave a review. We want to see it. We want to hear it.
There are reviews on Spotify now. You can leave a review there.
Like this video if you're up to this point. We'd like to see that. Anything helps.
Yep. Like a video, leave a comment below. Maybe share the show with your friends.
Join the chat. If you see us live, join the chat.
If you
Brenton did. Shout out to Brenton.
See us live. You can join us in the chat. How good is that?
That's good. We had interactions this episode. It was thrilling.
It was quite off. It threw me for a second because it was so unexpected.
I could have been making it up. I wasn't, but I could have been.
Oh. Can you go and remove the chat so no one can tell if you're lying?
Does Brenton
or not?
exist? We don't know.
It's a secret account.
It's me.
It's like Scott Morrison having 5 different positions in the cabinet.
Oh, we don't mention that, but that's not good.
My God, so bad. And if you want to, you can support the show over at patreon.com/Millennial Talk. You can chuck us a buck or two, help make the show happen.
All of you voted him and he gave himself more power.
And with saying that,
have we done? I'm Alex.
I'm Brayden.
And we're out of here. Goodbye, everyone.